So we can do what's handle on the mic from Leo's Paradise. Random stream drop like a Dragon Ball fight. No lie, plan stream stacking up, but here's a twist in time. Freestyling on the deck like Luffy's punchlines. Up the channel's faceting, Zoro sword swings. Game and pop culture, it's the chaos he brings. Talking movie reboots, superhero hype. Hondo passing the mic, now Bishop's in sight. Cutting flip screen, frame by frame, I align. Laying bass lines heavy, keep the rhythm divine. Dropping 5 videos, can't keep up with the pace. Pass the mic back, Leo's leading the chase. Off the rails, no script, just a freestyle ride. Nerdcore king, let the randomness collide. Planning on Leo's got the flow to entice. It's words of paradise, the chaos comes to life. No script, just a freestyle ride. Nerdcore king, let the randomness collide. Planning on Leo's got the flow to entice. It's words of paradise, the chaos comes to life. The rails, no script, just a freestyle rhyme. Nerdcore king, let the randomness collide. Planning on Leo's got the flow to entice. It's words of paradise, the chaos comes to life.
Finally, welcome back to the Countercast. How are all you vital idols doing? So we got some breaking news that wasn't initially part of the show. It is now, so we'll be getting into that. But we got one hell of a show for you in general. Again, Rev says Death being dropped by AdvancedGG. Manga going, manga fans going all in on Piracy. Also, we're going to talk a little bit of Epstein stuff because some crazy developments with that happened just, to my knowledge, today. Or maybe it happened at some point yesterday. A lot to talk about. Before we do any of that, I couldn't do this without my lovely co-host and partner in crime, Cinevere. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Oh, hey there, guys. I'm Cindy. I like to talk about anime, gaming, and on the occasion, a little bit of horror. And what is this about Epstein? Oh, man, I'm in for a good episode myself.
Okay. We'll get to it. It's a very short little news video. I haven't watched. I just read the headline, but the same headline culture. We're going to take it all in, but based on the headline alone, I have a conspiracy theory. But before we get into any of that, Gal Carrymon's up in this bitch. How you doing, Gal Carrymon? You love to see it. IB the EB is here. Salty Buttered Bags. Grave 1383, Krovax up in this bitch. Shout out, Krovax was up. Thallow Greenskin is here. Zelozy. We got Daxon, our best mod in the whole damn land. Cindy, of course, will be talking to you guys in chat. Lumis Anonymous saying me, yo, to y'all. How you doing, LMA? What is up? What is up? Dylan is here. What's up, Dylan? We, of course, got Kick bots over on Kick, which is truly just lovely to see. Let's see. And the Stream Elements bot is also doing his job. That's also nice. Matt Funcool, Future Over You, what is up? Couple housekeeping tips before we get started. One, entirely new outro. We've gotten an influx of new members as of late. So if you want to see your name in the credits, stick around at the end of the show. You're going to see something new. New visuals, new song, new names, the whole shebang. Additional housekeeping tips. Tinfoil Haters will be late tomorrow. We are still doing the show, or at least I am still doing the show. It will be late. Time has not been disclosed yet. I'll have to figure it out because I will be going and seeing new Markiplier film Iron Lung, and every single showing that I could possibly make it to coincided with when Tinfoil Haters would be. I don't want to rob you guys of a show, but I also need to kind of fucking see this movie. So all in all, that's the housekeeping. We got it out the way. I be the EB coming in hot. Coming a vital idol shout out. That is $5 right there in the Black History Month fund. You'll love to see it. I be the EB. This is for you.
There's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you like. But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, you touch them back.
Shout out. You'll love to see it. Cindy, how's your day gone so far?
Well, my day got a little bit better. Look, behold, Paul is now green.
Oh, yeah. He, during this Road to MegaCon stream, he became a member all on his own. I was so proud of him.
I am so happy for him, too.
Alrighty. let's start with the breaking news. And Gal Carrymon did mention it in the chat. And yes, we are going to talk about this a little bit. Now, there's not a lot of information as of yet. Chibi Reviews was swatted. He says on X, this is from, it was from 40 or so minutes ago when I checked. It's probably been about an hour or so at this point. So I just got swatted and a police report is now being filed. Hope you know they are investigating your number right now. Whoever you are, Vaughn. Dude, call out. Woke my ass out of sleep and is rolled up in ambulance as well, too. I'll post the police report when his stuff is fully filed. Yeah, dude did definitely just roll right out of bed. You could tell.
Poor guy. I'd be livid. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's like, here's the dealio. Swatting someone, that's a federal crime. Like, I don't think people understand this. Swatting is a federal crime. How dumb you gotta be to risk jail and prison time because you don't like that a motherfucker says he wants to see more panties in anime.
Oh my gosh. It is not that big a deal.
I mean, but that's what it boils down to. Like what is what's Chibi ever done besides being like, yo, this anime broad pretty hot. Sucks that we don't have them anymore.
I think he said something about Boruto sucking, which got him the hate initially. Although, honestly, I think at that point, you're just looking for a reason.
Well, to be fair, Boruto does suck. To be fair, Naruto Shippuden also sucks. OG Naruto's great, though. Anyway.
I'll give you that. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. Your boy gotta be honest. So you got some of the replies here. You got Archcast, and it's absolutely insane. Glad you're safe. Packer Girl saying stay safe. I don't know who Dai-chan is, but I hope they lock him up before he deserves to put your life in danger. Fuck those people. Like, do you realize that this could have ended his life? Like, I'm not trying to be hyperbolic. I'm not trying to fearmonger or whatnot, but we could have gotten news today that YouTuber Chibi Reviews was murdered in a swatting.
Yeah, and I mean, it really does go hand in hand with what, people are saying, that these people are demonic. They call you a Nazi just so that, you are now a mark to kill.
Hey, what's up, Esther? Sorry, go on.
No, you're good. Like Kirsha is honestly on it with that. And I believe Asman also believes the same thing. And I think it's disgusting. He has done nothing warranted being killed over.
Well, so I don't know if you were around the internet back in the OG Gamergate days, but this was a really common tactic. And I imagine it's been around since before then and whatnot, but I remember when swatting started to be a big thing. You had the Gamergate crew making these anti-SJW videos, these what would eventually morph into what we know today as anti-woke. That term wasn't really around yet. And yeah, there was this one dude, and he's a blithering idiot, absolute loser. He's irrelevant. I don't even know if he's still around. His name was Mundane Matt. But just because I don't like the guy, just because the guy, had some retarded takes and whatnot, it didn't mean, at one point he was swatted and the accusation was that he was in the process of diddling his daughter, a daughter he doesn't even have, by the way. But of course, SWAT team hear that you out there diddling a kid, they break doors down and everything.
Oh my goodness. I assume they didn't break his door down.
I don't know if they broke his door down specifically. I do know they fucked up his carpet and the state had to pay for it. And he was like, yeah, the state didn't even do a good job.
No, I meant Chibi.
Oh, no, it doesn't seem like it. No, it seems like it was probably just Matt Jarbo. That's exactly, Matt Jarbo, Jada Warlock, Mundane Matt. Yep. Anyway, I assume they didn't break his door down. He definitely would have probably had much more to say and probably would have posted pictures. But I mean, the idea, even if they just knocked on his door, imagine being woken up by probably 6 to 9 at least heavily armed, militarized police officers because they think there's a fucking meth lab or something in your home.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, that or you have somebody hostage. That would absolutely make them go in hot. Like the police, I mean.
So, yeah, all in all, want the best for Chibi. Hope everything is going to be a-okay. I'm sure it will be. Whoever, he already has at least some sort of alias for the guy, Vaughn, so they know that. That's good. We'll be following this, see if anything comes up, but we probably won't hear anything for a day or two. Maybe we'll talk about it more on the Wednesday show if there is any new information. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is fucked up. And Chibi, like, you don't have to like the guy or anything. Frankly, I have made plenty of videos, and we're going to be covering a Chibi video later, actually. But I've made plenty of videos criticizing Chibi. I think he gets a lot of his information wrong. I think that he doesn't fact check. I wish that he was better. I would love to have a conversation with the guy. But that don't justify no fucking swatting. Like, the dude seems, by all accounts, like a nice guy who just wants to see some anime titties.
Yeah, I mean, like, he hasn't done anything wrong that I know of, aside from like some of the things you were just saying. I don't know. He's just a dude. I just don't understand the hate boner. Sorry.
Someone who is not just a dude. And again, we won't stay on this long. It's not very much. Epstein files. Department of Justice says it's taken down several thousand documents that mistakenly ID'd victims. I don't believe this for a moment. Now, again, we're not going to be on this topic long. Not because of like any like YouTube, it could get like diced. No, I don't give a fuck about none of that. They're just, it's a 2.5-minute video, and I just want to explain what I think my conspiracy theory is. So let's run through this, and then we'll get to the content proper.
The Department of Justice now says it's removed thousands of files from its website connected to the investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. It's a change that was demanded by survivors who say their identities were exposed because of inadequate redaction. ABC's Rena Roy with the update today.
Several thousand documents and media related to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein pulled from the Department of Justice website just days after the DOJ.
Can you bump up the volume a little?
Unfortunately, I can't. I know the volume is low, guys, and I'm sorry. I'll give you the Clip Notes version when it's over. But yeah, the video is at max volume.
Huh.
Sorry. The files. According to a letter from the DOJ filed in federal court today, the files may have inadvertently included victim identifying information due to various factors, including technical or human error. Multiple survivors calling for the takedown, writing the DOJ committed what may be the single most egregious violation of victim privacy in one day in United States history.
Every time we hear from a victim or their lawyer that they believe that their name was not properly redacted, we immediately rectify that.
This latest batch of files released Friday includes a prosecutor's memo from 2007 showing federal authorities uncovered evidence pointing to the broad scale of Epstein's molestation and exploitation of girls and young women. That federal prosecutor initially wanted to charge Epstein with at least 60 felony counts, but in the end, he was offered a deal to serve only 13 months of an 18-month prison sentence on Florida state charges. President Trump's name comes up thousands of times in the Epstein files, mostly in news articles, but also in emails written by Epstein himself. DOJ officials have said that uncorroborated allegations regarding President Trump contained in the files are false and did not come from credible sources. The president has said after a falling out 2 decades ago, he cut off contact with Epstein. Today, in a post on social media, Trump writing that he was not friendly with Epstein. And among the thousands of newly released photos, these never-before-seen images of former Prince Andrew, who was stripped of his royal titles last year over his relationship with Epstein. Now seen here, crouched over a young woman, her face redacted. The date and context of the interaction unclear. Representatives for Andrew have not responded to a request for comment. The file.
All right, so that's the gist of it. And here's why I want to bring this up. Now, again, there's no evidence of what I'm about to say. I'm blatantly saying this is my theory, my thought process, my belief. This was released like this intentionally. I think this was released like this intentionally. They intentionally put the names on there and whatnot so that they could pretend like they throw the people a bone. They're like, oh, yeah, here's a bunch of files. There's all this information. And people dig into it and whatnot. And then they can use this as a chance to like just redact everything and be like, hey, sorry, we fucked up. Take these files back because there is so much damning evidence there. I don't know if you've been keeping up with some of the stuff that's in the Epstein files. But of everything that was released, Cindy, we heard nightmares. I mean, just straight up nightmare fuel. Also, some hilarious shit. Apparently, Epstein played WoW and he was banned from Xbox Live. So that's funny as shit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, you need to look into Epstein's Xbox and WoW oriented shit stuff. Like, it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, so my belief is that they knew these names were here. They intentionally did not redact these names. That way they could, again, give the illusion of throwing the people a bone. Here's all the Epstein shit. And then they could just immediately take it away under the guise of, oh, we fucked up. We didn't mean to have these victims info out there.
Yeah. Did they take it down? The Epstein files?
That not all of it, but there thousands of pages of it were just pulled back. Yeah, were
Didn't
taken down.
didn't they give people like over 24 hours to download it though? That's an awful long time for a
I
mistake.
think it was more than that. I think it was closer to 72 hours, but yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's a hell of a mistake. Oh, I don't believe
Which is
it.
why I don't believe it was a mistake. I don't.
Yeah.
Look, maybe it was, but I think this was intentional. I think they intentionally left all those gals and those like, well, I mean, because they're women now, but like those girls and whatnot, information there, whether it be some sort of bullying tactic, whether it be because like, oh, now your names and faces are out there, you can't, it's going to be more dangerous for you to testify. Like I don't know, but that is my theory and that is my belief.
I'm inclined to agree with you because I mean they don't make that big of a fuck up, do they? Normally?
I mean, don't get me wrong. The government sucks at everything. I don't give a fuck if it's a Republican in control. I don't give a fuck if it's a Democrat in control. The government sucks at everything. So maybe they honestly could have just fucked up. But at this point, I'm done believing in like accidental mistakes from idiots when it comes to the government, and I'm more inclined to believe in pure fucking evil.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like they have AI to go through these things so that they can make sure that faces and names aren't dropped. So I just can't see
To
how.
be fair, the government itself is AI because their intelligence is obviously artificial.
Okay, fair, but still. It's like you have too many tools at your disposal, I feel like, to be able to make this kind of mistake.
Go back to Netflix foreign. That is a good point, by the way. The government sucks at everything until it affects their people. Then they are dangerously competent. Yes, yeah, factual. Good point. Real quick, Howard Nads came in. What up, Nadia? I was roasting her earlier, but I still appreciate this bitch. Member for 11 months. Hope my Forrest Gump takes on video games. Even when my Forrest Gump takes on video games, I hope you know I still love you. That's okay. I still love you as well. And here's the dealio. The reason I was so triggered, I'm just like full disclosure, lay it on the table right now. I went off on Nadia earlier. Like I was legitimately pissed off in a private group chat between her and I. And the reason is because I'm prepping my video for tomorrow. I've got a video coming out tomorrow on something Resident Evil related. And then because I'm already fired up and upsetty spaghetti about this Resident Evil thing that I'm going to be talking about for my video tomorrow, at the same time, Nadia comes into the messages with this just abhorrent, awful, normie ass fucking take. And I was already pissed off. And I was like, are you fucking retarded? Like oh dude, it was anger inducing, man. But Nadia, I do still love you as well. But like it's my favorite franchise of all time and it's being fucking desecrated. But yes, I do love you, Nadia. I do. Alrighty.
What Nick said to start with Resident Evil 4? Oh goodness.
I mean, if we're talking, I'll put it this way. I would rather a new player start with the original version of Resident Evil 4 than any of these modern day remakes. Like, it's still, in my opinion, optimally, you start with the first one, which has had a remake. It is incredibly playable. It holds up brilliantly. It's honestly, even to this day, Laura is one of the greatest remakes of all time. It initially came out on GameCube. It got re-released for the PS4. It gets on Steam. It's always on, you can get on sale all the time for like fucking $6. Like, ideally, you start with the fucking first one. But if it means not starting with any of these dumbass modern remakes, 4 is a better place to start. Absolutely.
Huh.
It's on visual with graphics, and graphics aren't up to date. It will literally turn the game on. But the graphics are up to date. Hold on. I'm just real quick. What do you mean by not up to date? I want to show you something right now, Nadia. I want to show you something. Resident Evil 1 Remake Steam. I want you to explain to me if you would consider this. Hold on. Let me type in gameplay. Because I mean, I don't see how this is not up to date. It is brilliant. Hold on. No, that's the old trailer from 2003. Here we go. We'll do this. We'll do this visit right here. We'll just mute it. And let me share the screen.
She says if it doesn't look like modern games.
Right. How does this not look like modern games though? Like, I want. So look at this. Just look at this graphically. How does this not look like modern games? Look at the water effects. Look at all the details on her outfit, the details on the guns. Like, this visually absolutely looks like this holds up brilliantly. It's all in HD. So I don't get the idea of also, what is a quote unquote modern game? Like, the idea that people are so fucking lazy and so visually inept that they can't play old shit. Mario, like Super Mario Brothers from 85 or 84 holds up beautifully. But like, look at all the cobwebs, all this. So yeah, the idea that doesn't look like a modern game is so. Again, I hate normies and I hate tourists, and I will never stop hating normies and hating tourists. But it looks like an indie game, but still good quality. It does not. I think they mean the old stuff looks ugly for 3D, but even that's not fucking true. But that's neither here nor there. Right, Alfredo Chorizo, because graphics. For me to explain it better, I think it'd be better explaining it instead of texting. That's kind of pushing the limit for me a little bit. And fair enough. We can have the conversation not through text at some point. But let's get on, because we're 21 minutes in. Let's get into the meat of the content. Oh, shit, before we do. Pet Rocks just came in with a 5-banger. Leon Cine, I have a video for y'all of a woke VTuber calling other VTubers like Rev, Kershaw, Bootlegger. Put it in the Discord. If you're part of I assume you're part of my Discord, put it in the Discord. I'll take a look at it. Maybe it'll come up on one of my Wednesday streams, or we can do it. Again, it depends on how relevant it is. But either way, shout out. I appreciate it. Thank you oh so much. This is for you.
I know you've done absolutely nothing productive today, but who gives a shit? You're just a weird little gay boy doing the best you can, and I'm proud of you for making it this far in life as a gay little weirdo. Keep shining.
Alrighty. Let's keep shining and get into it. This is war. This is about the Rev situation. Now, we could hear about it from Rev himself, but he opted not to make a video on it. He made a brief statement before in one of his High Guard videos, but he didn't actually make a statement himself.
Oh, I thought he was making a video on it, though. I thought he was making a video on it.
He said he was making a video on it, and then in one of his videos today, a couple days ago, he said, instead of making a whole video on it, I'm just going to make this statement right now, and then we're going to go into the regular content. So it was literally just like a 2-minute statement. So to cover the breadth of the entire situation, we're going to listen to Leaflet talking about it.
Okay.
Apparently, it's breaking news that apparently they were dropped from AdvancedGG over the cancellation campaign. And let me explain to you why this is stupid. This is stupid because it was a bunch of people that were just brigading on Rev and Straub, okay? And let me tell you, if you give in to these people, and by the way, do you want to know who started this whole thing? It wasn't even Rev. It was someone else. Someone else said, fuck ICE. And
yeah, mind you, Rev has been with AdvancedGG, I believe, for like 5 years now.
Oh
Something
my
like
gosh.
that. Like he has had a partnership with them I believe, for 5 years. Now, obviously, any business can terminate any, like contractual agreement with you or whatnot. If it's, as long as, the contract's been violated or whatnot, for any reason, business rights, I fully support that. That being said, if the reasoning is fucking stupid and backlash comes of it, then yeah, people are going to be a little upsetty spaghetti. So Rev has been doing the same thing now that he has always been doing, but it's only just now a problem. That's interesting.
Well, one of the people, because I think I posted a little bit about this, said that check where AdvancedGG is stationed at. It's in Minnesota, so it kind of explains a lot.
I'll be real. If AdvancedGG is in Minnesota, guess what? You should want ICE. That way these protesters and whatnot don't burn your fucking warehouse to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And Rev just replied to that, being like, this is stupid. And then they're canceling Rev over that. Yes, this is over this is, if you don't know the story behind it, like, there's like several videos on the topic, right? But here's the thing, right? If you give in to these people, they're never happy. They're never happy. So like what? They won the victory now and you gave in to them and you stemmed the tide for now? they'll be back.
No,
They'll be back next time. The next person, they'll be back for that.
What were you saying, Cindy?
no, it's not that they'll be back next time. They're gonna look for their next target, and I'm sure they've already
That's what you
found
mean,
one.
I assume.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
which is- Go on.
they just catered to an audience they're not ready for. Like, there will never be an end. You will absolutely have to start banning everybody that these content creators, are demanding for. And if you do not listen, they will basically crucify you.
I'll stop you right there. It's not content creators. These are I mean, there's some content creators, don't get me wrong, but the majority of it is nameless, faceless nobodies on X who think that they can change the world by posting some fucking tweets. They're goddamn keyboard warriors. They have no actual agency. They think that we live under some sort of tyrannical dictatorship as opposed to what's actually going on, like in fucking Iran right now, for example. So yeah, the content creators that are all for this, sure, those are virtue signaling scumbags, but they're virtue signaling scumbags to an audience of people that don't actually fucking exist. Because I good goddamn guarantee you, any of these motherfuckers that were throwing a bitch fit to AdvancedGG never once bought a goddamn AdvancedGG piece of merch or content or whatnot, any product.
Yeah, so I just don't understand why they would choose to cater to them.
Again, because optically they think that they're losing customers and whatnot. Optically, they think that, we need to make sure that our brand is perceived as something that is popular, and there's this lie that supporting ICE is an unpopular position, even though all the actual polls and responses and whatnot bear out differently. It's like a 68% in favor of ICE or something like that.
And then when you give into that, they'll be back again. They'll be back again over and over and over again, right? So like, not only do you never these people are never satiated. So not only do you have to deal with the biggest whiner.
It's still optically. Hold on, I want to address this. You guys, that's not optically the CEO of AdvancedGG hates ICE. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Here's why it doesn't matter. It's still about optics. Because if you're a CEO of a company, your singular job, Cindy, what is your singular job as the CEO of a company?
To think of your customers? I have no idea.
No, I mean thinking of your customers.
Money.
There you go. Bingo, bingo, bongo. Make fucking money, son. That's your job, is to make money. So there's a lot of CEOs out there that hate a lot of shit, but they don't do anything because what's more important is making fucking money. You can have whatever personal opinion. So this is all about optics, because a smart business owner doesn't fucking matter what they do or don't hate. Look, if I was a business owner and I hated black people, technically I am a business owner because Where's Paradise is an LLC. But let's say I own a sandwich shop and I hated black people. Happy Black History Month. If I hated black people, I would shut the fuck up about it and still serve some goddamn bread and bologna to a black person because I like that money, son.
Yeah, no, that actually makes a lot of sense.
On the internet, but now you just lost the business of everyone else. Because this isn't an assault on a specific person. This is an assault on like anyone that thinks ICE is okay. Anyone that voted for ICE, anyone that agrees with ICE. That's what this is. This is them telling their creators, listen, you don't mean shit to us, because the instant that it becomes inconvenient for us, we're kicking you out. No matter how loyal you were to us, no matter how much money you made us, none of that fucking matters. We never have your back. And that's literally what this says. This is so freaking ridiculous, man. I don't drink any of this shit personally, but I highly recommend.
What's up, Roadkill?
I'm not usually an advocate for like boycotts or anything like that, but I highly recommend that you take your money to a place that actually respects you. Here's the thing. This statement is not just against Rev and Straub. This is against you. If you're a reasonable person, if you're a person who is in agreement with ICE's mission, this is against you. What I'm trying to say is don't be a fucking cock. Stop supporting people that literally don't care about you. And again,
like, I can't imagine. This is why I stopped buying Magic the Gathering cards, for example. I started my own personal boycott of Magic the Gathering. Shit, at this point, it's probably been more than half a fucking decade. I don't buy sealed product. Why don't I buy sealed product? For a couple of reasons. One, they have bastardized and destroyed their brand via a multitude of reasons. They bastardized and destroyed their brand with all these crossovers. They bastardized and destroyed their brand by removing anything that was organically Magic the Gathering and prioritizing outside IPs. They've destroyed their brand by turning all these characters gay and black and woke and all of this sort of shit. But beyond that, it's not just about what they've done with the cards and with the game, but it's because when the CEO of Wizards of the Coast says shit like, I can't wait for white guys to get out of the hobby. All right, I'll give you what the fuck you asked for, bitch. White guy who has spent, honestly, probably way more money than I ever should have on Magic the Gathering throughout the course of my entire life. Sure, you don't want my money? I won't give you any of my money. Now, I can't point to Jamal down the road and assume he will, because I've been to a whole lot of Magic the Gathering tournaments. Not a whole lot of black people there. Just gonna be honest. Black people more into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. So me not giving you my money doesn't mean Jamal is gonna start giving you his.
I know nothing about it.
I'm just using an example. When she says stop giving money to people that hate you, exactly. Yeah. I completely agree with that.
Totally why I dropped Pokemon and Nintendo.
Based.
Have to suck you off. Right? Like, I'm not saying that AdvancedGG has to literally be like, well, you know, American flag and like love ice. I'm not even saying that. It's one thing to be a politically neutral entity, and it's another thing to actually take enforcement action on behalf of a political ideology. The crazy thing is too, is Rev has probably sold a lot for them. Like, if you think about it, like Rev always does the ads for them on videos. Rev and Strabjitsu, I mean, I think it's within, like, to be fair, I think it's within AdvancedGG's rights to like terminate people for whatever reason. I don't really think.
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely within their rights. No one's arguing that. But here's the dealio. Can you name any other AdvancedGG member, like you know, contracted content creator?
No.
So let's take a quick little gander here. Let me just hop on the Googs. Content creators affiliated with AdvancedGG. Let's see. Uber Nick, never heard of him. Oh, let's take a look at it's his partner, Rev. Yep. Well, so Google, one of the first search results was Rev. So I clicked on it. Page 404 not found.
That's crazy.
Let's see. Do they have a section of their website for partners? Like, just that lists? Let's see. Exclusives, merch, supplements, rewards. Damn. I don't know. All right, let's just see. Let's just go to supplements, right? And let's see if it lists any of the content creators. Dream Team Punch, Fruit Cherry Lime. I mean, these just seem like the flavors. Tranny flavor. Tiger Blood, I'm sure that's probably content creator related. Point is, dude brought in money, right? People bought this shit. They wouldn't have kept him contracted for 5 fucking years if he wasn't bringing in the money.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I just think it's such an odd choice that they would drop the one man making them money. Like, because everybody uses gamer subs. I hadn't even heard of AdvancedGG until I started streaming.
I heard of AdvancedGG because of Rev. I'd never heard about it from anyone else. Now, I've never bought from them because I don't really do supplements or anything like that. Well, like, not from like streamers and stuff. But Rev is the only one I had heard from.
It's more like a boycott situation. So let's take a look at some of the AdvancedGG stuff. Let's take a look at it. So there's like a really really interesting thing here. So there's this post here by the CEO of
And by the way, we're talking about Rev and whatnot. His wife, Straub, she was also dropped. The reason I'm not really talking about her, I don't know shit about her. I don't think I've ever really seen her content or anything like that. So it's just an individual that I'm unfamiliar with. So I'm not going to comment on stuff I'm unfamiliar with. But it's fucked up that it happened to Straub as well. For you know.
That's right. He talks about his brother's story. Could have been, you know, any of these people. I'm not asking people to change their alignment, but I hope the core values don't support what is happening. So if you do disassociate yourself from my brand, right, your move, so edgy.
Wait, so
Still
they're
in chance I found out my brother, born 8 years in the village, but can.
So they're what?
wait, so what is happening? I totally missed what's happening.
All right. So yeah, I'll roll it back for
Look
you.
Hispanic, but I hope the core values don't support what is happening. So if you do disassociate yourself from my brand, right, your move.
So this individual is stating that. So they're a this is the CEO of AdvancedGG. Could have been Mary, could have been Charles, could have been Claire, could have been me. My brother's story. So I assume something with his brother happened, you know, with ICE or with some sort of right wing thing. I'm not entirely sure, because at the end of the day, it's a fucking virtue signal, so it's irrelevant.
Happening. So if you do disassociate yourself from my brand, right, your move, so
What
edgy.
the fuck?
Still,
Why
in the
would you
fence, I found
do
out my
that?
brother, born 8 years in the village, but can look Hispanic, got racially profiled outside of an Asian grocery store in Brooklyn Park, thrown against a car, handcuffed as they shouted racial slurs at him, and told him he didn't belong here in an attempt to rile him up and hoping he would start something. Well, you know what they should do? They should report that shit. They should report it. Like if this is true, they should report it and sue them 100%. Like, am I for this? Of course not. This is terrible. But they should do something about it. In fact, if you don't do anything about it, you're just making it worse. Right? Like, I'm just speaking strictly from a pragmatic point of view. Yeah, exactly. Lawsuit worthy, $1 million lawsuit, payday. Yeah, exactly. He stayed calm and collected, did not raise his voice, and answered their questions. And answered their questions, and he told them that he was reaching for his documentation from his chest pocket before he did it. Which is when they cuffed him and threw him.
Real interesting, right? Real interesting. If this is true, can you source it? Because a lot of these motherfuckers wear body cams. In fact, we've had body cams as the norm for quite a while now. What do the body cams usually show, Cindy?
It's usually the other person who's acting out.
Bingo, bango, bongo. So if this really did happen, should be some sort of verifiable proof of it.
Yeah, no, not just that, but these people record everything in hopes of a gotcha moment. So like,
yeah, you're exactly right. And yeah, Tebow's correct. ICE is getting rid of colonizers. Why wouldn't they be happy about that? That's a good point, bud.
Against the car. They had his passport, veteran card, etc., and continued the racial slurs and asked how they knew his documentation was real. Then their supervisor came out and told.
In what year, right? In the year of our Lord 2020 goddamn 6. Any cop gonna be using fucking racial slurs? I'm sure there's a very minimal amount that will. But by and large, in the era where everything's recorded and you got Black Lives Matter and all this dumb gay shit, cops gonna be using motherfucking racial slurs. Come on now.
I don't think they want to lose their job for you. However, that one guy did moon people. So, I mean, I don't think you're supposed to do that on the job either. So who knows?
He was lucky he was born here. That was the only reason they let him go. Otherwise, who knows where he might be right now. 2 of the 4 of them who ganged up on him had guns in their hands. Thankfully, he had the wherewithal to take his permitted concealed carry off and put it in his car before he got out when he saw the blocked SUVs outside the store. Otherwise, he may not be alive to tell the story. This is my brother following instructions and maintaining calm composure the entire time. This isn't okay. Yeah, this isn't. If this is true.
I don't believe it's
if
true,
this isn't true, but if this is true, then yeah, it's not okay. Everyone can agree with that. Like, what are we even talking about here? But if this is happening, you should do something about it. You have a couple of here things that never happened for
Wait a minute, hold on.
1,000, Alex.
So there was like somebody somewhere saying that, you know, police shouldn't have body cams, right? Because
Yeah. We talked about that on Neon Leon this past Friday. The dude was throwing fits like police shouldn't have body cams because it's propaganda to make people like anti-black.
Isn't this the exact reason why we need body cams?
This is exactly why we need body cams. Yes, because people will hear a story like this. There'll be no evidence of it. And then the media that controls everything is going to run, defense, of course, for like, oh, the poor illegal immigrant, the poor asylum seeker. Oh, you mean the poor criminal alien or whatever it is. And now in this instance, it's the dude's brother, citizen, military for 8 years. So even if he did have an interaction with ICE or whatever, probably didn't go the way that they're claiming it went. Let's be real.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't think the
Maybe
brother would
people should be
hesitate.
actively attacking law enforcement.
You don't think what?
I don't think the brother would hesitate to show them acting like this, especially if they started openly with slurs, right? You would immediately grab your phone and turn it on.
Correct.
Enforcement. I also like how the story is full of every possible buzzword. You forgot him being in the vehicle and being worried that the officer was trying to run him over. Like it's kind of hard to I mean, I don't know. Maybe
Now, mind you, I'll be real. I don't give a fuck about your brother's story. I don't give a fuck about your brother's story. I am, concerned about Lake and Riley's story, for example, raped and murdered by an illegal immigrant. That's a pretty important story. I don't give a fuck. Sounds to me like your brother's still alive. Sounds to me like even if this is real, it sucked, but no one's dead. Shut the fuck up. Get the illegals out. Don't care.
it's real. Maybe it's real. But if it is real, they should report this. They should have reported this a long time ago. Right? 1% chance is real. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so this kind of goes into there was like another post. So here on AdvancedGG here. So the silly thing about this is this was posted right before this one that says, we want to address concerns that have been raised regarding a partner and recent conversations surrounding Advance. Advance does not support extremism or hate. We have zero tolerance for harassment, threats, doxing.
Yeah. What is extremist about saying we don't want people here in this country that are here illegally when every single other fucking first world nation, hypothetically, has border laws, has border security? You telling me that South Korea don't have border laws, border security? You're trying to tell me that Canada doesn't have it? Now, to be fair, Canada doesn't give a fuck about it. Even goddamn Mexico has border security and border laws.
Was it Poland or something? If you cross into their land illegal, I don't remember which one, but like you cross into their land illegally, they'll shoot you.
Based. Good. More countries should adopt that.
Or content that marginalizes any community. This is so stupid, by the way. Like this
Yeah, apparently
this
chat saying
phrase
Poland.
Oh, okay.
is so dumb. Because what a lot of people use with this marginalizes is like anything that you do that makes us feel bad is like marginalizing, which is like stupid. It's like you should be able to criticize people. You should be able to criticize movements, people, groups for doing specific things, right? I mean, obviously, like you take into account when I say groups, I mean groups in terms of a shared ideology or something like that. I don't mean immutable characteristics, obviously, right? What is up, T-Man? Dragon's Treasure says Rev and Straub should sign up with us to ensure this never happens again.
Yeah,
I agree. I absolutely agree. Here's the deal, I've criticized Dragon's Tea before. I've done a video on Dragon's Tea. I criticized him. He did not take it very well on X. I like the guy just fine. I do. I react to an issue and had issue with a video he posted. But I think he's a good guy, smart guy. He has all sorts of content creators that are partnered with him that disagree with him politically, that he disagrees with. But guess what? He just shuts the fuck up and sells some fucking tea.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like,
Go on.
no, he at least knows what he's or how to handle things. Like the way this CEO is handling it is most definitely not the way. You don't like if this story of his is not factual, he's going like the internet's going to remember. He's going to ruin his own company even further.
Well, the internet's going to remember, but the media and the people in charge, whether it be businesses, whether it be media, whether it be politicians or whatnot, they don't care. I mean, in the run-up to this most recent election, you had Joe Biden on stage during the debate still trying to roll with there was good people on both sides narrative that was debunked like a fucking decade ago.
I didn't even
They
know
don't
about that.
care if there's proof out there, or that people on the internet remember, if chat will remember, like Matt says, because they will keep spewing the same lie. Because it's not about what the people remember. It's about the people that are already convinced, or the people that don't know that they can convince.
Hmm.
Guys like tea, by the way, you should check out the Dragon's Treasure. Non-woke tea company that shares your values. Use code Leaflet. I recommend the Wukong and the I like the Assam one too. It's pretty good. The link down in the panel below, you can see it. I want to eat some Dragon's Treasure Leaflet. Which tea should I start with? I like the Wukong's Journey. That one's pretty good. Really good flavor on that one. I've been making some milk tea though out of the Tuxedo Assam one. That one's pretty good for milk tea. I need to buy more. Actually, I ran out. Protein powder. Yeah, I think he does protein powder too. I don't do it though. I'm not like I'm sorry, energy drink. I'm not an energy drink person. That's why I don't like do any of the energy drink stuff, because I'm not really like an energy drink person. I don't want to recommend stuff that like I don't really use, like I don't feel comfortable being like, this is a great energy drink when like I wouldn't ever drink it myself. Does that make sense? Anyway, today we're going to be looking at, so like, this is what started this whole thing. Okay. So if you look at this here, this person, Miss Lala, posted fuck ICE, and then Rev replied to that. So it's not even like Rev just like went hard on a person for no reason. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not.
His reply is her chat's covering it up. Something about 1950s VTubers, something federal agency that is more tame than any law enforcement agency at the time period, included in her LARP. Yeah, I wish I was able to see what it actually said.
Not like Rev just randomly like was like, yeah, fuck this person in particular. They posted,
and was she an affiliate with AdvancedGG? Hold on, because I'm not sure. I'm gonna Google it right now.
I'm looking her up. Yes, she has a code law. No, she's got gamer subs.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, I have her I have her X right here.
No. As of December 25th, VTuber Miss Lala lists herself as powered by AdvancedGG.
Oh, she didn't change her X.
So, oh no, two people you got partnerships with disagree. Big fucking deal. Like, dude, my favorite channel on the entire internet, on the entirety of YouTube, the Y-Files. Super awesome, fantastic conspiracy theory, informational, educational, very pro-freedom, very libertarian, like just all around great channel. Guess who he's got the same manager as?
Who?
Hassan Piker.
What?
Exactly, because managers just do their fucking job, which is they manage talent. So like you can see it doesn't fucking matter, because obviously AJ from the Y-Files does not align in any way, shape, or form with the politics of Hassan Piker. They just had the same fucking manager, because the manager's goddamn job is to manage talent.
Huh. I never would have guessed that.
Right, because it's irrelevant. Who your manager is completely irrelevant. If you disagree with other people under your management, or if you and another talent or whatnot disagree, and the management's above you, as long as it doesn't affect the business, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And then Rev replied to it with a retweet. With a stupid ignition point? Yeah, totally. And so, like, the narrative is that Rev was harassing Miss Lala for no reason. Which is ridiculous. That's stupid. So, and everyone's saying, well, you know, Miss Lala's a smaller VTuber. Well, it's like, who the fuck cares?
Agreed.
Rev fighting down? You're like, that's so stupid, though. Like, so you can't criticize people just because they're smaller than you platform-wise?
I do not, dude, you could have 90,000 followers or 9 followers. If I see a dumbass fucking take on X, I'm criticizing that shit.
I mean, you put your opinions out there for people to respond to.
Exactly. That's what Twitter is. That's what X is. It is the the public square. And Cinny went and grabbed the tweet. LARPs is a 1950s VTuber. Hates current federal agency that is more tame than law enforcement agencies at the time period included in her LARP. Ain't that the fucking truth? Hey, remember when everybody was all up in arms about the Pinkertons coming after the fucking guy that got the Magic the Gathering cards from the wrong set early? Like, dude, yeah, look into the goddamn Pinkertons. Tell me that ain't exponentially worse than ICE.
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Crazy story. Yeah, too much to get into here. Yeah, crazy story.
Power play. It's the same as the whole woke thing of you can't criticize me because I'm more oppressed than you. It's literally the same thing. This might backfire on GG, dude. It's a really bad precedent because I'm telling you, what it literally says is it literally means they don't care about you. If your ideology is not aligned with whatever the status quo is, you don't matter. That's basically what they're saying. What else could it mean? Horrible precedent. Yep.
Is AdvancedGG like a Somalian daycare?
What, as in like an illegitimate business?
Yeah. Is that why they're up in arms?
I mean, considering how many content creators have fallen for illegitimate businesses, you could honestly maybe even say that's the case. Like, were you watching YouTube back in the day when everyone was like, oh, for this payment here, you can get a plot of land in Scotland and become a Scottish lord?
Oh, yeah. No, it was a tree. They planted a tree.
Yeah, that's what it was. They planted a tree. I don't remember the name of that, but yeah, that was an illegitimate business. BetterHelp got exposed to being an illegitimate business. Now they cleaned up their act and they're a legitimate business now, but they were exposed to being an illegitimate business. Honey was an illegitimate business. Like, YouTubers and content creators won't not fall for that shit quite a bit.
Yeah.
Established titles. Thanks, you have Omega. Established titles. That's what it was.
Business perspective. You know what I mean? Like, so put it this way. Put it this way, chat. Here's like what I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to think like, how is this logical? It doesn't make sense from a business perspective. So like, wait, hold on. Yes, what Julio said, basically. What Julio said is that there's possibly another content creator who is bigger than Rev, but doesn't want to be public about it, that threatened to leave. That's the only thing that makes sense.
That would explain a lot. That would, like, obviously don't know, but that would explain a lot.
Oh, very much. Oh. I'm really wondering how this is going to turn out. Like, I feel like something else is going to happen with this story. It's not going to be just Rev. It's going to be other people, I feel like.
Well, like, I'm wondering, has anybody left AdvancedGG, terminated their partnership in solidarity with Rev?
I'm one. I don't
No,
have.
I mean, people are actually like.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, because
them.
you do. I am partnered with them. I just don't advertise it very much.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I am partnered with them, so I dropped them. But I mean, like, I wasn't bringing in very many numbers, so I wasn't too worried about it. I know my solidarity part is not going to do much, but still solidarity all the same.
Let's see. Several VTubers and content creators pressure AdvancedGG to drop Revs as deaths, with some leaving because they had not want to be associated. For example, Twitch streamer and cosplayer Kami announced they're stepping down from their partnership, citing behavior and views of other partners. So people left because of disagreeing with Rev, but I'm not seeing. Another VTuber named Aurora also announced they were stepping down as AdvancedGG partner, saying they would not be associated with the individual who attacked streamer Miss Lala. So yeah, people started leaving. That's exactly what it was. Just from a quick cursory Google search, people started leaving AdvancedGG because of the narrative that Rev was harassing Lala, which
he didn't. I read the whole fucking thing. Okay, all he did was state a fucking opinion after she stated an opinion. It's fucking normal. What do you mean? Oh, is it because, oh, it's a lady? You can't say mean things to women online. Fuck you. I'd call you a F slur at the drop of a hat. I don't need that kind of provocation. Oh my gosh.
So like I'm looking at their stuff right now, right? Like I mean, let's like just
hold on. I don't normally engage with this guy because he's fucking retarded and he's a troll, but I do want to engage with this one. Rev says Des bullied a child into an attempted game end. Well, first of all, suicide. We use free speech here. What you mean is an attempted suicide. And also, get good, scrub. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a pussy.
take a little gander at their website. See, this is a brand deal, right? Did like a brand, like, is it possible a brand did it? Oh my gosh, it's because they've got Disney and stuff. Could it have been one of these partners? You know, is it possible? It's one of, it's like one of these, like kind of, it's the only thing that makes sense. Because is that people bitch to somebody else that's partnered with AdvancedGG, but then their lips are sealed, like they can't, like they're not allowed to.
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it was Disney. I don't think Disney gives a fuck if some, you know, how many subs does Rev have? I know it's under over 100,000, but I don't know how many he actually has. Point is, I don't think Disney would give a fuck if some VTuber was saying, you know, pro ICE stuff or whatnot. Like it seems like that wouldn't even register on their radar. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it was Disney.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Disney when it comes to ICE.
Yeah, I have. Disney has been relatively quiet lately after, you know, half a decade of backlash about them being the shittiest company in the world.
That information, their products are still on sale in the store. So they have the Straubs.
Rose, I'm not saying they don't, like, okay, let me rephrase that, because, you know, Rose Rex says Disney watches everything. Right. I'm aware of that. But the idea of Disney, I feel like if that was the case, this would be a pattern of Disney. Like we would have seen this before now. We especially, I think, would have seen this, you know, at the, you know, at these like sort of peak, you know, temperature, fever pitch sort of cultural movements and whatnot. They are pro-military and law enforcement. Oh, Rev has 758,000. Damn, he's close to a milli. God damn.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, if Disney is pro-military and pro-law enforcement, then it likely wasn't them. Yeah, Disney has enough of their own fires to put out to worry about AGG. Right, yeah. Like, I definitely, yeah, Disney's backed off copyright takedowns in terms of merchandise. I have firsthand knowledge. Yeah, I don't think it was Disney.
Stuff still up, but they took down Rev. Wait, did you see Rev? Rev stuff's not down. Okay, so Rev stuff got taken down, but Straub stuff didn't get taken down. It's interesting. How stupid is this though, chat? How stupid is this that like that people are trying to create like this fucking split economy shit? Like, I guess leftists will buy from leftists, and then people that are conservative will buy only from conservatives.
Except for leftists don't buy from leftists because leftists don't have money to spend because they don't have jobs because they're out all day protesting. Maybe because they have jobs because a lot of them are paid protesters. But like by and large, these people are commies. They don't buy shit. Ownership's a sin unless you're Hassan Piker, communist with a Gucci bag. Yeah.
This is so dumb. All right, they've done the thing apparently.
Oh, I thought that said Dan is black. I was like, yes.
We completed our internal review and have ended the partnership relationship at issue. We won't be discussing individual details publicly. Our standards are enforced consistently, and the staff and community safety comes first.
Except they aren't enforced. And here's, I didn't know if she was gonna bring this up during this. So many people bring this up. I'll let the video finish out, but I got something to show y'all.
Okay. Internal review equals caving to crazy activists. Let's see like what the replies here are. Translation: if you send death threats to their staff, they will capitulate. Use code death threat 99% for the first order.
Oh my god, he's retarded. Oh, so dumb. Good job, buddy. You're retarded. Yes, you are. Oh
I fucking love Lumi, dude. I love her. Look at all of these freaking VTubers celebrating, man. Unreal. The
Lumi
pussy is caved
is
to fake
the
outrage. True. They got rid of the Nazi. The Nazi, guys. Jeez. I totally agree with this guy here. Cowardly actions, cowardly way to address the issue. I think so. All the way across the board. The cowards capitulated. So you negotiated with terrorists. This is what I said. That them doing this, they are negotiating with terrorists. Obviously not in like the physical sense, but you know, cancel terrorists. You are scoring an own goal with your entire company. Now Rev and Straub are free to join competitors. Yeah, exactly. So what they're saying, see, this is the problem. The problem is what this means is this means far more than like fuck Rev in particular. What this means is nobody can trust them. Anybody that's conservative or anyone that's conservative they cannot be trusted as like a partner. That's what that means. Is that when shit hits the fan, they don't have your back. They don't give a shit about you. That's what this means. And then all it's gonna take is a bunch of people like brigading, and then they're just gonna not care about you. Like no matter how loyal you were to them, no matter like how much you tried to like help push their product, they don't care. They think that Rev is a Nazi, really? Yes, because they don't know what Nazi means. T-Man has offered to pick them up. The reason I work with T-Man is because I know that T-Man wouldn't cancel me because I said something logical. You know, I mean, to be fair,
T-Man wouldn't cancel her even if she said something illogical. As long as you bring in money, he doesn't give a fuck. That's the thing. Like again, I'm not particularly a fan of Dragon's Tea just due to him being bitch made about me criticizing him. But I'll give him credit where it's due. He's not going, whether you agree or disagree with him, he doesn't give a fuck as long as you bring in money, which is what a business owner should do.
I have no idea who this is.
I'll show them to you later.
There's a lot of companies like this too, like Uwu Market, for instance. Uwu Market doesn't give a shit what your politics are. They're neutral. They're like, I don't care. Like, we're just gonna like sell merch and like that's it. Like that's all it is. It's a merch relationship. You don't have to buy shit from people you don't like.
I've been kind of hesitating to sign up with Uwu Market, not only because the content creator package is like excessively expensive, right? But like because I was worried that, you know, with AdvancedGG pulling the shit that it's pulled, I was concerned that my stuff would get pulled if I tried spending $3,000 on merch. That
is insanely expensive. What the fuck?
Well, it's because they like design. I think I'm gonna have to look more into it, but I think they help you design the stuff that goes with it, which would be a massive help. So I don't have to look up more. Yeah, you know, basically be at the mercy of Twitter artists. But like, I don't know. I was like really hesitating because I didn't want them to suddenly pull an AdvancedGG and then I would be out of like $3,000. That would be insane.
Right.
But you know, we're gonna. It doesn't matter what side of the political aisle you're from. Like, we're gonna sell your stuff, right? And it's the same thing. But I've had people that have come after, places I'm partnered with. I have had these freaks come after me too. Luckily, so far, everybody has you know, everyone's had my back. But you know, who I don't know. Did Rev say anything yet? Man, this is so sad. Isn't this sad, chat? Man. Like literally just a couple days ago. Like Okay. We'll wait for.
Yep, and that's pretty much the end of that. But we're gonna go even further. So we got this bitch. By the way, I'll drop the video in the chat for you guys. So apparently Leaflet's done a video on this bitch. I've not seen it yet. Maybe we'll cover it on a different day. I will continue to openly admit that I can be extremely hostile in response to disrespect or hate. Is there an excuse for it? No. I just always go toe to toe. But I'm going to practice self-restraint. I won't pretend that I don't say things that are cruel in response to cruelty directed at me. I definitely do. But I will say that I never go out of my way to be needlessly cruel, even though being cruel itself is never needed. I'm going to work on that. Reading my own replies bad definitely made me realize, yeah, bullshit. You're covering because people destroyed you. So they found this tweet right here. Found this tweet from January 26th. Fuck you, fuck ICE, fuck your God, fuck your mother for birthing you, fuck your father for not dumping you in a sock. Your mom should have used a fucking coat hanger, you fucking troglodyte. Fuck off and go beat your dick to your sister.
And let me guess, they're partnered with AdvancedGG.
Hey, how'd you know?
Oh my gosh, it's the only logical conclusion for these fucking tards.
Yup. People found this and they started being like, yo, Advanced, why do you still have this person on the payroll? Yeah, you got rid of Rev for just, saying his opinion on ICE or whatnot. And you allow this as part of your platform. So people are destroying. Now, AdvancedGG, when they made their statement about discontinuing their relationship with Rev and whatnot, they made a statement. We completed our internal review and have ended the partnership with relationship at issue. Now, no, they insta-lot replies. 4.9, so 5 million views. Insta-lot replies, bro. Yeah, they sweating. They knew this would be a bad take. But let's hold on. Why can't I view the quotes? Why can I not view the quotes?
I don't even know how you view them.
Hold on. Let's see if we can do it right here. If you post activity. Here we go. Dropping two of your partners because of a hate mob composed of emotionless VTubers who didn't hesitate to literally drop you for no reason. It's clearly the worst move you could have ever done because deep down you know they will do it again. They own your balls now. Congratulations, you played yourself. You cut ties with someone for simply saying he disagrees with someone else. Look at you being lying, hypocritical fucks. And again, they're showing the Vex VTuber post. Well, no longer supporting those failures. Go bankrupt. You absolutely deserve it. My reaction when a company bends the knee to cancel culture. Coward.
Mhm.
Consistently false. You caved to the cancel culture mob. Congrats. You played right into everything is political now. Crowds, greasy, non-working hands. How long do you think we can go before we find someone that's in support of AdvancedGG? Hey, AdvancedGG, why are two of your partners shitting and dogging on two of your talents? Why did you sit by and let JoJo threaten you? Rev in no way tried to force your hands to drop anyone. And yet here you are capitulating to two bad faith, harmful people. AdvancedGG, looking at their list of sponsored creators now. Everyone left long before they shit canned Rev. Going to cater for the communist that doesn't even buy your product. You're truly a clown company. Well, good job, AdvancedGG, for showcasing cancel culture as alive and well, and for making comment on that shit show. I will state from the get-go, I may not like Rev and Straw for my own reasons, but terminating their see, someone that doesn't like them is taking their side because AdvancedGG was objectively wrong here.
Wow.
They've lost a customer for good. Cancel my monthly subscription. I will never. And bro, they posted receipts. That they were a monthly customer. Look at this: $95, $91, almost $40. Over $100 fucking dollars. December, January.
I'm trying to see if there's any, like, would they have data out right now about like what kind of, I don't know, backlash they would be getting, like financially, or does that take a little while?
I don't know. First of all, we have to know if they were a public company or a private company. If they're a public company, that information would likely come out at the end of the first quarter, which would be probably around like March, April is when that number would come out. If they're a private company, they don't have to disclose that whatsoever. So your best bet would be, I mean, maybe you could see they've got their stocks public on Google. Maybe you could ask, like you could run all the information through ChatGPT, see what they have to say. I'm not actually sure.
Okay, I was really, really curious about it.
Oh, I'm curious about it as well. Well, you never stand up. Well, you'll never stand up to gamer subs now. That's funny. Let's see. What else we got? Looking at the replies, you cowards, you cocksucking ass-licking uncle fucker. So you're gonna apply your new standards equally, right? And again, showing off that Vex post. Hey, AdvancedGG. This is Rev. Why is one of the current faces of your company, Vex Milk, currently scrubbing her account of tweets harassing me and my wife? Ooh, look at that. I will block you if you defend Rev or Straub, you absolute fucking boot-looking weirdos. Fuck Ice and fuck you. Anyway, I'm muting this now because I'm not putting up with you weirdos defending someone who wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire. I can enjoy who I work for and not like who I work with. Demanding something be done and then not allowing for the time to do it, it gets done is insane to me. Fuck Ice, fuck Rev, and fuck you if you defend either one. Get back on your knees where you belong. Keep licking. Maybe they'll praise you eventually because God knows your parents didn't. Yeah. This person's still. By the way, this Vex person. What was their at? Because if I remember, I checked their fucking account a couple days ago. Let's see. It is Vex Milk. Okay, so let's
fucking unhinged.
All right, now let's go to their Twitch. Go to their Twitch. Oh, they're live right now. How many viewers you got? All right, so they have 27.5 thousand followers with 95 people watching. Guys, I want to put this in perspective for you. Let's put this into perspective. They have 95 people watching them right now. We currently sitting at 116. I don't even have 10,000 subscribers. Now, we're getting close, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't. We are like 700-ish away. Hit that fucking button, bitches. But they are about triple my size, streaming to less people. The reason I bring this up, who do you think brings in more money for gamer subs? Rev or this troglodyte?
AdvancedGG.
Huh?
You said gamer subs.
Oh, sorry, AdvancedGG. Thank you. Yeah, I meant AdvancedGG. Thank you. Who do you think brings in more money for AdvancedGG? This troglodyte or Rev?
Definitely Rev. I mean, 5 years, 58,000 followers. Like, yeah, they made an odd choice.
They made an ideological choice, Cindy.
So they're a private
ideological choice.
They're a private company now, but I bet at some point at the end of the year they're going to become public.
Why do you think that?
They're going to have to start selling out.
Maybe. You might be right. You absolutely might be right. But yeah, at the end of the day, my final thoughts on this are fuck AdvancedGG and definitely fuck this Vex Milk person. Can't wait to do a deep dive on them. That'll be for a separate video or stream or something like that. Cindy, you got any final thoughts?
I hope AdvancedGG does not recover from this. Like, they could have chosen not to say a damn thing. And that's the route that they chose. So, you know what? Good luck with that.
Absolutely. All right, crew. A lot of super chats came in. A lot of super chats, memberships, and whatnot came in during that segment. But I didn't want to break from that segment. So we're going to read them now before we move on to the next one. Because a lot of y'all bastards be just dropping mad numbers, and I appreciates it. UF Omega for a 2-banger. A Nads versus Leon Makoff would be fun. I don't know what that means, but I'm interested. UAF Omega for a 2-banger. I meant smack off.
With a tortilla. You guys could do the tortilla challenge.
We can do the tortilla thing. Yes, we can do the tortilla thing. Mr. Melancholy for a 5-banger says, what happened to Rev and Straub reminds me of what happened to Kershaw and Crime Boss Rags. You're right. It's exactly like what happened to Kershaw and Crime Boss, which you played that game because of Kershaw, right? Before you were even a content creator?
Yeah. Well, no, it was while I was content creating. I started it because of her. And
was it before you were a VTuber then?
No. Because I was playing it around, I want to say, before the controversy. So like a month before the controversy happened, I started playing it.
Gotcha. Interesting. I don't remember when the controversy happened. I thought you didn't have your model and stuff yet at the time.
No, I did. I'm fairly certain. It's been a while.
Pat Roxas and Draconic. Oh, Patrick became a member. Shout out. Join the Discord. Make sure you join the Discord. You're posting stuff in the proper channels. And then Matt became a member. Draconic gifted a membership. Y'all are some goddamn legends. Shout out. Let's play a clip for all y'all, and then we'll get to some more of the super chats. Let's give you guys some peak racism.
You racist motherfuckers! I didn't know how to bring you back.
Look at this nigga's face! Look at his face! Look at his fucking face!
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
Shout out. Make sure you sub New Blackstreet. They're awesome. Florida gonna be wild in a couple months, bro. Me and New Blackstreet got a place together. We gonna fuck some shit up, son. Obi-Wan Kenobi coming with what were you saying?
I said, or each other.
No. Don't put that evil on me, you dragon slut. Obi-Wan Kenobi with a 5-banger. I don't buy powdered drinks, but I can't stand cancel culture. Some people are all for censorship until they themselves become censored. Bingo, bango, bongo. Couldn't agree more. And coming in with another 5-banger. What's funny is the companies pander to people that won't buy their products. It was never about avoiding controversy. It was always about control. That is exactly correct. Exactly correct. I couldn't have said it better myself. This is for you. Actually, you know what? This one's for you instead. I changed my mind. I will come anywhere you want me to come.
All over his backside run.
I want to fuck you in the ass right now. Thank you. It's nice to get some appreciation around here.
You love to see it. Alrighty. We got another segment. We got to cover. It's in the title. You'll see it. Manga fans going all in on piracy. Let's go.
I'm about to get in trouble for uploading this video and probably blacklisted from multiple companies from ever working with them ever again for what I'm about to say. And I'm one not to really sugarcoat.
Great. So you and Rev will have something in common.
My word, I'm going to say what needs to be said, and I am someone that is the voice of the community. I am someone that likes to advocate for those that, are in the community, that are actual fans of anime, manga, games, etc. I like to speak for the individual. And in this case, what's going on here is, pretty crazy stuff. So you take one good look at this post right here from Viz Media, and you can instantly see what's wrong. When you see less likes than quote retweets and comments, and it has...
It's diabolical, dude. It's diabolical. 916 comments, only 500 likes, over 1,000 retweets. Bro, Viz Media got hooked here. Got fucking hooked here.
5 million views on top of that, you know something really bad happened. Now, this is Viz Media, the official manga licensing company for the West. They have their own service that actually I personally am subscribed to, just going to keep it completely transparent, and I have worked with them in the past. And as you can see, they also follow me right here, and I do like their service. But this right here does need to be called out, and I'm just going to straight up say it. And this is where I get into the point of how I'm going to get blacklisted. Because obviously, when you're someone that talks about a company that you work with in a negative light, or you try to go against what they say, they most likely never want to work with you again. And if that...
Now, obviously they follow him. Does Chibi like work with them the same, like in a partnership way, the same way that, Rev was partnered with, AdvancedGG, for example?
You mean, was he partnered with Viz?
Right.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, to my knowledge, they just like follow each other on X, and he uses their program. Like, he uses Viz Media like a lot of anime and manga fans do. So yeah, I don't. I mean, when he says, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't recall him ever like shilling their platform or anything like that in his videos, doing sponsorships. So when he says work with them, I don't know. To me, it just seems like he's being hyperbolic.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something there.
Happens, I guess that happens. But let's just get straight into this and talk about it. So Viz Media released this little clip here, or they posted this video clip from YouTube that more or less tries to say piracy is bad, don't do piracy, yada, yada, yada stuff. But the thing is, it sounds...
Piracy is bad, apparently.
Thank you, Shanks.
Sounds very hollow and virtue signaling and not really something that goes with the community for anime and manga. And the reason for that is because Viz Media as a platform, since they technically do have a stranglehold on the manga market, at least when it comes to looking at manga online legally, there's a lot of countries and a lot of different places around the world that cannot access Viz Media's service. For instance, let's say you live in a random country in like South America, maybe there's parts in Europe, maybe there's places, you know, just in Asia to some degree. There could be areas and countries within the world to where you cannot use Viz Media's service to be able to access and read manga legit.
I don't even like this argument. I'll be real. Like, this is the technically sound argument. Fair enough. I agree. This is the technically sound argument. But by the same token, you fuck Viz Media. Fuck Viz Media. You want to know why fuck Viz Media? You want to know why I'm A-okay with people going all high C's, Yarhar, Phil D on Viz Media's ass?
Why is that?
Because they also got in on that Vic Mignogna bullshit. They also dropped Vic Mignogna. Dude,
what?
In any company, yeah, back when the Vic Mignogna stuff went down back in like 2019 or whatever, the moment a company renounced any sort of relationship with Vic Mignogna, I said, fuck that company. I'm out ski.
Japan really needs to make their own fucking Crunchyroll so that they can export their shit to us directly. They stop having the localizer problem. They stop having translation issues, censorship issues like it's Beckett, and just fucking give us the content.
And yeah, Mr. Melicali, they supported Kick Vic. They fired Vic from all the Viz Media projects that he had been working on at the time.
And legally, because they don't offer it in your region. And this video they posted more or less as a slap in the face saying, oh, you know, even if it's not, you know, in your region, even if you're not legally, you know, able to read this series, you shouldn't read manga to begin with. It feels very messed up, and it feels, like I said, a slap to the face for those that really do love anime and manga. And there's a lot of people that are legitimately mad. I mean, you take one quick scroll down, you just see a lot of people advocating and saying what's wrong with this entire situation, you know, how they have reprints that are not on there anymore, how sales are done, how it's a service problem. You can just see there is legitimately a lot of people angry. I can keep scrolling for a while, but let's get into the heart of the issue and what this actually is. Viz Media, as I've already said at the beginning of the video, I do like what they have done. They're not perfect. But the problem here is that they have a lot of stuff in their catalog, which Packer Girl here even, you know, mentions. Actually, I'm going to just pull this up. They have botched localizations, censored manga release.
And there we go. That was going to be my next point. And Cindy, you more or less made it for me. It's like, even if the Vic shit hadn't happened, due to the in my opinion, intentionally botched localizations, you know, these censorship issues, that's another reason not to support Viz. Why would you support a company that is blatantly altering the product that you want to consume for ideological purposes when you got fan translators out there that will do it the right way?
And for free in most cases because they're in it for the love of the game.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Barely any new license/reprints, stops localizing series like Gintama before completion, no quality control, shit anime home releases, shit marketing, shit manga reader. So, more or less, I do agree with some of these points. I do feel like reading manga on Viz Media's site could be a lot better. The way the format of it is just, it's not good. I'm just going to be honest. It crashes. I've had a lot of issues with it.
Sites with better websites than fucking corporates like these.
Say it one more time. Oh, right, dude. The UI for Crunchyroll is trash. Compare that to what you and I use when we be watching anime and shit. Notably better. Really easy to use. Interesting how that works.
And I feel like it's for every one of these things. Like, it's crazy that the fan, like any kind of manga reader, if a fan made it, it's going to be way more optimized for reading than these sites. And I don't understand why.
Heavenly Jester for Two Banger says, what happened to this Vic person? I don't know the story. All right, real quick version. Vic Mignogna, voice of Edward Elric, voice of Broly from Dragon Ball, voice of basically, think of an anime. He's been in it. He was arguably the greatest voice actor, is the greatest voice actor, Western in the Western dubbing world. Dude was a Christian, openly Christian, People didn't like him. They concocted what seems by all accounts to be a fake sexual assault, sexual harassment stories and schemes. The internet got incredibly divided. There was this movement called hashtag I Stand With Vic, and there was hashtag Kick Vic. It became this major issue. There was a defamation lawsuit, and despite outright proof, and I do mean proof of what could easily be constituted as defamation, the Texas court still ruled against him. That is the quick version.
In the past, but I really want to get into the main heart of the issue, what people are actually upset with, which is like botched translation, censored manga, you know, no reprints and stuff, and I think this one's a pretty big deal. So there's a lot of manga that, let's say, Viz Media gets that's a part of their catalog, and they print it out for people to be able to purchase, and let's say, the reprints, they no longer reprint the series anymore. So it eventually falls out of favor. They're not making new volume copies of it. And as years go on by, let's say volume 1 of One Piece, I know One Piece you can easily get, but I'm just using hypothetical. Volume 1 of One Piece you can no longer get in a way from a legitimate site like Viz Media anymore because they no longer offer it. They're completely out of stock. And so the only way to be able to get a certain manga volume is by, spending like outrageous prices from a scalper that's potentially upcharging the volume that usually would be worth $8 or $9, maybe to $100 or $150. The point of the matter is that,
which, by the way, now, I don't know how often we see this in manga, because I'm not a manga guy. I'm an anime guy, right? I don't sit down and read manga. I like to be up and moving and multitasking. However, I got a buddy that's a pretty big manga guy. Maybe y'all heard of him. Little unknown YouTube channel called Hypnotic. Has a secondary channel called Hypnotic Manga.
He's got a modest manga collection.
Modest? The dude has a fucking library.
It's sarcasm. I was joining the sarcasm.
My bad. Yeah. Dude has a fucking library of Alexandria of manga. So I don't know if this is what Shibi just stated is a problem for manga. I would have to ask him in terms of like the removal and the incredible costs and things to that effect. I know it is for like older manga that aren't being serialized anymore on the secondhand market. But this is a huge problem for anime. This is a massive problem for anime. Dude, do you know how much... first of all, are you familiar with the anime Erased?
Yes.
Do you know how much the Blu-ray for Erased cost?
I have no idea.
On release, the official release, because of it having to come overseas from Japan and whatnot, it was like 130 fucking bucks.
What the fuck for?
For 12 episodes. That's what for.
I liked Erased, and I don't think it's worth that much.
It certainly isn't. No 12 episode anime is worth 130 fucking bucks on Blu-ray.
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Melancholy is correct. This is what happens when your hobbies get mainstream. The parasites get attention. Yup.
Letting things go out of stock and not having reprints allows scalpers to come in and cause a lot of damage, which is kind of what happens with Pokemon cards and stuff like that. There's obviously some differences there, but we all know the damage that scalpers can do to a market, especially when there is scarcity to a certain product. And in this case, when you have these series, like these different stories that, are out of print and you can no longer legally obtain from legitimate sources, obviously people want to read those stories. They're going to go other ways to read them, which aka means piracy. And so that is one big reason why a lot of people have had an issue with Viz's statement that there is a lot of things that are completely out of print. You can no longer get them anymore. And the only way to get them is through outrageous prices or through piracy. And that is...
Why does he say piracy?
I was literally pausing it to say the same thing, bro. Piracy. Stop saying piracy. Like... Pirate space SEA, like piracy, the thing we sail on.
He's got to stop.
Cindy, what's a pirate's favorite letter?
R.
You think it's the R, but it's really the C.
Fair.
Negative to what Viz Media had to say here, because of course people are going to pirate if they can't legally obtain something. That doesn't even get into like the different region issue, which I already briefly discussed at the beginning of the video, where like if you're in a different country that Viz is not operating in, then you can't even read these manga to begin with. Like, if you wanted to read these manga in your native language or whatever, you're out of luck. You're not allowed to do that. That's basically what Viz said here.
And when it comes to some of those older out of print manga, I ain't gonna give away like no financials and whatnot, but Hypno has told me what he spent on certain classic 80s and 90s manga and whatnot, and is a lot, bro. Is a lot. Maybe if you just want to read some shit, you just get yourself a VPN and find yourself a way to read that shit if you don't want to actually own it for collector's purposes, because it's pretty hefty.
Dang, poor Hypno.
That you're not allowed to actually read manga. That's kind of disrespectful, especially when you think about the roots of anime and manga in the West. And look, I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid right off. I'm just going to say it like it is. Anime and manga is seeped in piracy. It is. Like, as much as people don't want to, like, acknowledge that fact, there's a lot of companies and different people that are trying to black hole this or act like that's not the case. But a lot of series and a lot of anime and manga culture in general outside of Japan is saturated in piracy. Now, obviously, majority of this, I guess, will be people that just don't want to pay, which, I'm not going to get into that moral dilemma. It's not my place. But obviously, the reason why a lot of
the Mervoth for a 5-banger. Bato dot to one of the largest manga site gone. I'm not sure what that means. My bad.
Batoto.2, I think, or Bato. It's a manga site. It was one of the most used, and it had the biggest archive of manga on the internet.
Gotcha.
Including out of print stuff. Sorry.
Thank you for the clarification. Same with film. Anime needs their own movement. I mean, technically it has one. It's just people don't fucking care or pay attention. When you got people like Chibi and myself and whatnot making these videos and calling for stuff like this, there is a movement. It's just a really fucking weak one. But beyond that, I agree. Couldn't Dono the name? Oh, I get what you're saying. You can't, you couldn't in a Dono put the actual name in because it's technically a link. That makes sense. Okay. So like a stop killing games style movement. I got you now. Yes, I completely agree with you. Thanks for the 5-banger, homie. This is for you.
Like, I don't think humans were meant to see sissy Hypno inflation compilations.
But hey, by the way, did you know that I suck dick as a man? I lick the ass of other men. But really quick, I lick the balls of a man.
But he has a great manga collection.
Piracy does happen is because there is a service issue because people can't legally obtain these certain series. And that's how a lot of people within the West became aware of anime and manga, was because they found this random series by a random name on a random site on the internet back in the past, and they started watching it, and they had to wait for fan translations just to be able to watch a series or read a manga. Hell, there is still manga to this very day that are not licensed by companies like Viz or anything, and the only way you can actually read them outside of Japan is waiting for a fan translation group to come in and actually translate it. And
do you remember back in like early 2000s, excuse me, we'd be watching like Saturday morning cartoons, Fox Box, Fox Kids, depending on if you're old enough to remember Fox Kids, like your boy is here, stuff like that. And we'd have these like PSA style commercials that were all anti-piracy. Piracy is not a victimless crime.
Oh, I hated that stuff. I thought I'm still baffled by it.
Cringe, dude.
Yeah. I don't think I see it anymore.
I don't either, but clearly Viz trying to bring it back. By the way, yes, it is in fact a victimless crime.
This could be spotty. For instance, like maybe they release chapter 1 and then you have to wait 2 months for another chapter to be translated, and then suddenly the next day chapter 3 and 4 is translated, and then you'll have another fan translation group come in and they'll translate chapter 50 even though there's a big gap between all the other chapters. It's just this type of stuff happens with fan translations. It's a wild, wild west. And the concept of anime and manga has been built on piracy for a very long time, for decades upon decades, and trying to act like that is not the reason why anime even managed to gain momentum is kind of foolish, in my personal opinion. Now, I will say, and I've always said this anytime I make a video about piracy for anime and manga, I do think that it's well within the rights of a company to copyright take down and stuff like that. There's stuff wrong with them protecting their IP.
Sure. I agree. I completely agree. Ain't nobody got any issue with that. Now, let's be real. some of these Japanese motherfuckers be way too litigious, Nintendo. But by and large, yeah, I completely agree. The problem here is, though, like Chibi is saying, if you, like Viz Media, are a dog shit company with dog shit practices, you can't be surprised when people are going to be going elsewhere because you're bad at your fucking job and you're gouging your customers and you're giving them a product that isn't a worthy product.
Yeah. You know what? This is what's going to start competition. And maybe, hopefully, anyway, I'm trying to find something positive about this, but I'm so done with corporates.
You and me both, Carly. You and me both.
That's fine. But the problem here is it's not just about protecting IPs. It's literally blocking people off from even reading these certain series and experiencing them because you have things out of stock, out of print. You don't offer them for some arbitrary reason. You either drop the licensing for it or don't continue to translate it for other arbitrary reasons. It's a bad situation. And then so going after people and, trying to slap them in the face saying, oh, you can't read this series in the country, too bad. It's not a good look.
The Murdoch for a 2-banger says merch sales is how they do well in film now. Yeah, correct. Anime itself is a loss leader. Anime has always been a loss leader. Only the physical products, like manga, like merch sales, putting movies in theaters so you can get ticket revenue, things like that. That is how they make their money. Anime doesn't make money. It's just made to sell product. You're exactly correct. Thank you for the 2-banger.
It's not. And obviously the reactions here, I mean, like looking at the quote retweets and what people are legitimately saying is pretty bad. I mean, Viz Media is pretty much doing the exact same thing that Crunchyroll has been doing. Not to the same extreme extent, but it is still pretty bad. I mean, you could see a lot of different examples here, people just calling this type of stuff out and all that. And yeah, it's not good. It's really not. So yeah, Viz Media really did not read the room, especially when in the last few weeks, there's been this heavy push with like a lot of different manga sites getting completely removed from the internet, with China and Japan teaming up to take down Bato. I think that this was definitely the reason why this was released was probably in response to what happened, but it definitely wasn't the right response.
Yeah, but no corporation, no big corporation is ever going to garner sympathy from regular people. No big money grubbing company.
No, you can't say that. There are far too many. Won't somebody think of the big $1 billion corporation? Like,
well,
for Nintendo and shit.
What I mean is, like, when they put out a woe is me sort of video like this, like even Nintendo dick eaters, I imagine, would probably kind of like roll their eyes and cringe if Nintendo was to put out like a piracy is not a victimless crime style video. Maybe I'm wrong. You might be right. You honestly might be right. There are. What do you think is the majority? I guess I should say. Are the majority people corpo dick writers, or the majority of people gonna be like, "Yo, this gay as fuck, son"?
I don't know. I didn't even believe that people would do that. So you could be wrong. You could be right. You could be onto something.
Now, mind you, I guess I am partially wrong because I myself defended Nintendo, but really, like the reason I defend Nintendo in a piracy sense was because 3 days before Tears of the Kingdom came out, Kotaku published an article about how to pirate it and get it working on your PC.
What?
Oh yeah, Nintendo blacklisted Kotaku for it.
I am shocked that they would do that. Okay.
Yeah. Yep, that's absolutely the thing that happened. So like I have defended like anti-piracy in that regard because look, if the game isn't even out, you're trying to get it illegally and run it on hardware that's not native to. Like if you bought the game and you want to do a dump on your PC and get it operating that way and whatnot, hey, you bought the game, it's yours, do whatever. And Nintendo will still go to people for doing that. That I find wrong. So there are instances where being anti-piracy is warranted, but it's, in my opinion, it's oftentimes far more justified than not. Right, exactly, Zark. That's what I'm saying. That was a special case. That's my point, is that sometimes it is proper to take the anti-piracy stance, but by and large, not, bro. I'm A-okay with some high seas action.
To do, especially since there is a bigger reason why piracy exists to begin with. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts on this situation. I know that there's a lot more I can list off with reasons why Viz is wrong here, But more or less, I'm probably going to get blacklisted for this. Viz probably won't want to work with me ever again because, you know, of what I'm having to say here. But it needs to be said. I feel like it's very important to kind of outline why this happens and why people are upset and why people expect better. Because I do like this. I like their service. They're not perfect. I want them to be better. I do. I want them to be able to offer to everyone around. I mean, hell, I'm just going to be honest with you. Once again, this is not a sponsored video or anything. I'm just saying from my personal experience. You know, $2.99 a month to read like a lot of different series on their site is a steal. It's great. But obviously there's a lot of things on their site that they don't offer as well. And there is just going to be straight up censored stuff on their
and there really isn't a viable alternative. Like I can't off the top of my head think of a viable like legal licensed alternative that can compete with Viz Media. Like isn't Crunchyroll launching their own manga app? Now, mind you, I'm a supreme Crunchyroll hater, so I wouldn't even consider that a viable alternative because both are garbage. But
I think it has a manga reader, but I don't know. I can look it up.
You do that. We'll finish out this video while you do.
Site. There is. They censor stuff. And you can't sometimes read the certain content on the app if you want to read it on your phone. You have to go to their site. Like there was issues with Chainsaw Man, for instance. You couldn't read certain chapters of Chainsaw Man because of how graphic they are. And so you had to go to the actual desktop version just to be able to read it. There's a lot of little things like this that are just, you know, friction with them. And yeah, I want them as a service to improve because I don't want to see Crunchyroll consume them because you can see it happening. But yeah, I'll leave it at that though. Thank you so much. Leave a like on this video. I would definitely appreciate that if you do, because I'm probably also going to get a lot of dislikes for this one as well because I keep landing on landmines this week, but it's got to be said. Anyways,
I love that he's like, I've been landing on landmines this week. This video was recorded and uploaded before the swatting.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this video was from 19 hours ago. Little does he know that less than 24 hours from then is he about to have police breaking down his door being like, yo, what up? As if he's fucking Jeffrey Epstein. He was probably treated worse than Jeffrey Epstein, if we're being honest.
I don't know. I don't think the police would know who he is. Well, maybe because they do have history.
Prophetic, whatever. Well, he probably wouldn't pronounce prophetic the correct way though after how we heard him saying piracy. So alrighty, crew. I guess we'll probably be ending a little bit early today. We normally go for 2 hours. In fact, sometimes we go a little bit over 2 hours, but I thought this would take a lot longer to get through, but it
Oh
didn't.
wow.
We're kind of wrapped.
How? That was fast.
Yeah, no, today went by fast. I thought we were going to be on the AdvancedGG stuff for a while, which I mean, we were. That was well over an hour. I thought the manga stuff would take longer to get through, but it was mostly just being like, yeah, fuck Viz Media. Like,
Well, was there an update on Chibi by chance?
I can check real quick. I can absolutely check real quick. Let's see. Hop on over to X, go to Chibi Reviews. Someone unironically tried to get me killed by police over anime titties. It's literally what I said at the beginning of this. Reality is often more unbelievable than fiction sometimes. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's an update. He did do an update video. It's 2.5 minutes long. We'll watch it. Yeah, he put out a 2.5 minute update video. Let's take a look.
The bedhead right now. I was only sleeping for about 3 hours. I was up for over 30 hours, and I finally laid my head down, and then I hear a big knock on the door saying police, and I go downstairs, I, talk with them, and apparently someone called them saying I was doing something crazy, waving a knife around or whatever, and was going to hurt somebody, hurt myself or whatever. And they even had to call in an ambulance just to see if everything is a-okay, check my vitals and all that different type of stuff. And I'm just thinking to myself like, oh my goodness, we have really reached this point where I'm actually getting swatted. So for those that are out of the loop, basically. I was doxxed over a year and a half ago at this point. Well, it's not a full year and a half, but over a year ago. And ever since then, I have been constantly harassed nonstop. And it's just been a continuous thing. And now it's clearly escalated to the point to where there is people.
You know, I see so much chibi hate on X. And when I say chibi hate, I mean people being like, oh, he drama farms, he's afraid, like he's always saying he's being harassed. It's always about the doxing. It's always like, yeah, it seems like he has pretty, like, this is proven all the people who say that Chibi's crying wolf, this is proving them absolutely false. He was correct to talk about all this harassment and everything.
Oh yeah, and oh my gosh. Yeah, they want to downplay it so that they can keep doing it and then finally escalate to this point. Yeah, this is their normal gameplay.
Agreed.
Now doxing me and literally trying to get the police to knock in my door, and potentially an altercation could happen to where someone probably gets hurt, aka me or my loved ones, so to speak. It's very despicable how far people will go to actually go after someone that makes opinions on anime, manga, or very just common sense takes. It's actually just completely wild to me. I did file, a police report, and it's right now in their system. I think it'll take about a day or so until it appears. But once the police report is filed, do expect me to post images like that on social media to showcase the report was filed. Now, as for the individual that apparently did the call, they're already investigating it. Apparently, someone called Vaughn did this call, and they already apparently figured out that he's a few states away. So if I were you, whoever you are, they don't take this stuff jokingly. It's pretty serious.
Again, like we mentioned at the beginning of the show, it is a federal offense.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is hard prison time. I hope he, like, any action that can be pursued to get this motherfucker locked away is a good action.
I agree. I think they really feel like they are untouchable at everything because somebody is on their side.
Well, I think they feel like it's not even about them being untouchable so much so as I think these people live in this world where they don't think there's consequences for actions because like they're so obsessed with this fiction. Because like in fiction, how often, good guys do bad shit, but they get away with it, right? Like Batman can't really go around beating the fuck out of people because, that's in the real world, that's against the law. But these people think that they're these heroes, these vigilantes, and that because they're doing a good thing, there'll be no consequences and they'll get the happy ending of the movie. They're retarded. Real life ain't a fucking anime.
So it's like a really strange kind of Superman syndrome.
Yeah.
Because you're wasting police resources, you're wasting resources from hospitals as well. An ambulance having to show up here for a call that did nothing in the end. It's actually crazy to me just how people think they can get away with that. You don't mess with police and calling fake calls. It's like a felony. Like, people are crazy, but I'm okay. My family's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. I more or less was just like, oh, I'm sorry, officer. I look all messed up and disheveled right now because I was literally asleep and all that. And I was like, forgive me. But yeah, so I got swatted. I guess in a way I could say I made it. Can you really say you're a massive content creator if you haven't had a swatting against you? I know that's not a good thing to say, but I mean,
no. Again, that's a very good. First of all, it's a good point. All the big names, yeah, Chibi just up on that Mount Rushmore now.
Yeah,
not on the belt, baby.
That's like the worst kind of acknowledgement, though.
Right?
Can you really say it? Can you really say it? Anyways, be safe, stay healthy. Love you guys. Please leave a like on the video to show support. Chibi out.
There we go. I was going to share this with you guys.
Oh boy, I did not want to wake up to this news this.
There you go. I dropped it in the chat. Go ahead and give his video a like, the whole line. Maybe a nice comment saying "Vital Idols stand with Chibi." But yeah, at this point, I can't wait to see more information. Can't wait to see the police report come out. Ironically, it'd be funny as shit if he doxed the doxer.
Oh, that would be funny.
That would be hilarious.
Is that like should that be the way you handle being doxed? Is you dox the doxer?
I mean, hey, I'm a biblical guy. Eye for an eye. Did not mean for that to rhyme, but that worked really well. Alrighty, let's get a raid going. Let's get a raid going. And we'll start wrapping up. Our boy Nick is about to stream. See if I can find him on here. Or maybe not. I'm not seeing him.
What? Hold on.
Where is...
No, here it is. Hold on. I'll give it to you.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. No, I see it. I'm done.
Okay.
Alrighty. I'm going to send you on over to our boy Nick from The Plot Strikes Back. Cindy, before we get on out of here, tell the people who you are, what you do, the whole nine. And guys, before you leave, I have some housekeeping stuff, so don't go yet.
Oh, hey guys, I'm Cindy. You guys can find me on my own channel. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11:50 p.m. CST, and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. CST. However, this week I will be hanging out with Sergeant Giratina, and we're talking about Slayers, the first season of Slayers. It's been a while since I've seen it, so yeah, come hang out and have a good time with me.
You'll love to see it. Guys, that's for me. First of all, new outro incoming. We've gotten so many new members. I want to make sure you are all represented in the scrolling list of members. So check and watch for your name. And then we, again, like I said, we're raiding into The Plot Strikes Back. Tomorrow, Tinfoil Haters. I don't know what time it will be yet. Tinfoil Haters is being moved to a later time just tomorrow. It's not a normal thing going forward. It's just tomorrow. I'll be going to see Iron Lung, and every single showing that I could feasibly make it to intersects in some way with TFH. So we will be moving TFH back. It might be a solo show. I don't know if Cindy will be able to make it because of the time change. I don't know if Sammy will be able to make it because on account of, being awake and shit. But we are still doing it tomorrow. It'll just be a little bit later, probably like maybe 10 o'clock p.m. CST, something like that. So yeah, those are the announcements. Videos and streams every day. If you guys haven't watched yesterday's shoe on head reaction video, be sure to check that out. We're gonna raid into Nick, say Vital Idol raid, and until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere, and this has been Words of Paradise.